Well, when there is something strange in your neighborhood, who are you going to call? This time, it's not the Ghostbusters. Our Joe McMahon talked to the local paranormal investigation group, Para911, about these ghostly situations.
I still have 2 heat signatures.
Para911, we are a local paranormal investigation team. We go out to a lot of private residential houses and are looking for help. They got stuff going on in their house. They don't know what to do.
Started more than a decade ago, this came out of wanting to understand the strange things that happened around them.
I started this in 2008, I think is when I got this started. And it's just always been curiosity, you know. Grew up in a couple places that had some crazy stuff going on in them.
When they go into these investigations, they bring different gear to try and capture evidence of a haunting.
Big thing is cameras and audio. We pick up a lot of things on audio. We do pick some things up on camera, but not very often. That's one of the tough things to get. But once you get that, that's like the golden ticket.
Their investigation has taken them to many places, from the Pierce Mansion to the Sioux City Railroad Museum.
So, is your name Mark? If so, can you make the music box go off?
There's a whisper.
There's something there.
There is something. Did you guys hear that?
When the group started to grow, they eventually got their mobile command unit.
The crazy thing is when he wanted to get an ambulance to be the mobile command center. That I thought he was a little nuts with, but we've had a lot of fun with it.
Their vehicle has been used in parades, events, and helps them when they go out ghost hunting.
We use this as our mobile command unit, so if we have a spot that's kind of small and we don't want a lot of noise contamination from people talking and stuff like that, then we use this.
For those that say ghosts are not real, this is what LaFleur has to say about that.
People say that because they don't believe in it, but once they have something happen to them that they can't explain, there's no denying it.
Reporting in Sioux City, Joe McMahon, KTIV News 4.